Hey guys, here's another recipe for a filling that's been highly requested. One of those fillings that goes well with lots of different flavors. How about a strawberry brigadeiro? But this is a filling, not a brigadeiro for you to roll up and eat as a candy. It's really a cake filling. You can use it for cakes, tarts, whatever you like, okay? Look how awesome it is, and there's nothing too unusual about it. Not here, okay? But there are some tricks to it. So write down my little recipe. And here I have a can of condensed milk to make it even tastier. Pure white chocolate, guys. Look, 200 grams. I've already melted it because it makes mixing easier. Then chopped strawberries. On this side, I have 300 grams already cleaned and chopped, right? 80 grams of sugar, which isn't for this cream, it's to make the jam. Okay, actually, it's for this jam here. 80 grams. All right, folks, this here is strawberry flavored chocolate powder. I have 50 grams. It makes all the difference, okay? Heavy cream, 1 box, and separately here, look, another 150 grams of chopped strawberries. Then you might ask, what are these strawberries for? Look, here's a tip, okay? There's a trick to it. The first thing I'm going to do is blend it in the blender. These strawberries here, look, 300 grams and the sugar, I'm going to make a jam out of them. Exactly. Why? So I can mix it into my dessert later. Guys, I can't mix fresh strawberries into a cake filling. Be very careful with that. It can make your cake go sour, spoil your filling, and also ruin the structure of your cake. Do you want a firm filling? Then write it down the way I'm doing it. You know those 100 grams of strawberries I said to set aside? All of this here, the chocolate, I set it aside. So now I'm going to grab it. Look, let's go. Now to blend in the blender. So come here. The 100 grams of strawberries that I set aside, right? The condensed milk, heavy cream, and the strawberry flavored chocolate powder. The larger strawberries here, 300 grams. And the sugar, I'm going to make a jam. And the melted chocolate is for later, okay? So leave it here. Let's blend it in the blender. First, in the blender, I always like to start with the heavy cream because the condensed milk is very thick and it just sits at the bottom. Sometimes it doesn't mix at the bottom. And you might be asking me, why am I adding it? Why use strawberry flavored chocolate powder if there are strawberries? Guys, strawberries don't give much color. They add a bit more flavor, but not color. And I need a little bit of color. Now, yes, add the condensed milk and let's go. Put it all in. Very good. Now you can add the strawberry flavored chocolate powder here. Look. Okay. It's a... Wow, how delicious, guys. The smell. It's that squeak, you know? Those strawberry ones. Kids love it. And also blend 150 grams of strawberries, right? So you get those little seeds in here. Let's blend everything. And then we'll cook it, making a brigadeiro. All done. It's wonderful. Did you see that I added a little bit of strawberry here? That's fine here because I'm still going to cook it, okay? But in the meantime, while I'm blending this and getting ready to cook it, I'm also going to make my jam, right? This is already going on the stove, okay, guys? I'm going to add my little jam here and we'll do everything at once, okay? Let me just grab a spatula here. And here go the strawberries. And along with these strawberries, I'm going to add the sugar. Another thing you can add here, if you're making just the jam, not in this case because it will be added later, over there, right? But you can add a few drops of lemon, which helps keep the strawberries from crystallizing, okay? So you can add a few drops of lemon here or even a spoonful of glucose to make that beautiful jam. This one goes on the stove, which I'll set aside over here. Meanwhile, let's put it in the pan and continue with our filling. And look, now it's got an amazing color, right? If you were to add just the strawberries after the filling is chilled, it wouldn't get this nice color here, right? So now this is ready for the stove. And another detail, guys, I haven't added the chocolate yet, the chocolate. I like to add it at the end. Once everything is already cooked, I'm going to take it to the stove and we're going to cook it. Medium-low heat, always use lower heat, especially for fillings. Use a straight spatula, stirring and mixing very well along the sides and in the middle too, so it doesn't burn. If you use high heat, it starts to clump at the bottom and burns your filling. Guys, you can even see the little strawberry seeds here. Well, here I'm going to stir it well until it thickens, and here I have my strawberry, which will cook as well. We're going to wait until it reaches the right consistency, okay? Little by little, I'll show you how it's going. Stirring well on low heat, guys. Look, it's still a bit creamy. Look at this, it's still soft. So I can keep stirring it a little longer. It's already been about 10 minutes here on low heat that I've been stirring. Now, my little jelly here, you have to stir it well. It needs to release the syrup well. So let's leave it like this, almost dry. Almost dry, okay? I have 2 steps going on here, and I'm going to keep stirring. Guys, since this is a filling, it won't come off the bottom of the pan. If it comes off the bottom of the pan, that's for candy, okay? So look, you need to lift it and it should fall like this in little blocks, right? One more time, look at this. Okay, now I'm going to turn off the cream because when it cools down, it will thicken. And there's still one ingredient missing here, which is the chocolate. Now that I've turned off the heat, I'm going to add my chocolate and mix it well, okay? And when this cream cools down completely, it will get significantly thicker in consistency because the chocolate will assist it in setting properly. Well, the cream is ready now, and so I'm going to take a look and check on the progress of our jam. Look at how it is, see? You can see the bottom now, it has reduced a lot. And when it cools down, it will also be nice and thickened. If you want, you can keep stirring it a little more and it dissolved well, but there are still some pieces. Look how cool that is. That's exactly how I want it, okay? Now I'm going to turn off the heat and we'll continue with our filling over there. If you are looking for a filling for happiness cups, jar cakes, or a delicious pie, here it is, guys. This is the perfect consistency. And you'll see that it will thicken even more later. But what about the color too? Because a lot of people make it white and then mix in the strawberries. You can do that too. If you want, just leave out the strawberry chocolate powder and that's it. Make it in the white color. However, for a jar cake or a happiness cup, you need a recipe with this color, okay? Come on, take a look here. Look how beautiful and delicious this cream is. It still has a few pieces of chocolate in here. They're melting, okay? So, put everything in here. I'm going to cover it here as well with plastic wrap, okay? Stick it right onto the surface because it needs to cool down. And then we'll see how it's going to be used with those strawberries over there, which I'll show you in a moment. Press the plastic wrap right here and let it cool completely. And I'm about to show you the other jelly that's already ready too. Look, this strawberry paste, okay? It turned out like this with no liquid at all, see? It became a little paste. So this is what goes into our filling, right? So I set it aside. Look, it's all ready. And also cover it with plastic wrap pressed right on and let it cool. Because I'm about to show you how you're going to work with it now. In your cake, in a jar, or in your happiness cup, or even in a cake, right? A chilled cake, okay? That you can use. How are you going to use both fillings? Because I have a cream, which is a strawberry brigadeiro, and I have a strawberry paste, okay? Let me let it cool a bit. There are several ways you can use this strawberry filling. You can use the cream and the little jelly on top, or you can mix the two here. I said several, but it's actually just two. Let's go, guys. Take a look here. What a wonderful cream. Look at the texture. You can use it in jar cakes, happiness cups, real cakes, filled, decorated. And here, look, here's the jelly, see? See how it's really nice and dry? So this is where you make your choice, right? You can mix it here, look. See? I'm going to put a little here. You can mix it, right? And look how cool this is. I made the filling. The cream is pink too, right? This brigadeiro here is pink. so it looks pretty too. Take a look at this, guys. Look how wonderful. Can you imagine a cake filling like this? And the nice thing is not to mix it too much. Leave these little bits of jelly showing, okay? Look, this is amazing, and I'm going to leave a little because later I want to put more on top here. But this is what I want to show you. Look. Awesome, right? It's beautiful, a total success. Really, guys, so good. I hope to see you in the next class with another delicious recipe, okay? Like and share, okay? Don't forget. See you next time. Bye-bye.